Hello today, my lovelies. Today I just thought, since I'm working on this project, that I would go ahead and show you Madison's perfect popcorns. Okay, so a popcorn are these lovely little baubles that you see here. Okay, and in this case, they're done into a treble cluster, so it makes it look like they've got little leaves and buds, if you can see that. Okay, I know my camera's in a weird angle, but I'm trying here. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick how I do my popcorns, and they're very easy. Okay, so in this particular cluster, there's a center double crochet here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be working into the top of that double crochet with 5 double crochets. Okay, so to do a double crochet, we yarn over, we go into the stitch, we pull up a loop, and what I do to avoid having this first loop be really baggy, I either fold or pinch my work closer together for that first double crochet. So I wrap over, go through 2, I wrap over and go through 2. Okay, so then we'll continue with the other 4 double crochets in that same stitch. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now we have a total. I'm going to take my hook out, make sure that you leave enough loop there so you don't pull out your stitch. Okay, so now we have got 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I've taken my hook out of that loop, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the top of the first double crochet we created. I'm going to go into that loop, tighten it down, and pull it through that first loop. Then I'm going to do a chain 1. That's only to close the stitch. Okay, that's all that's for. Now we're going to chain 4 because that's what my particular pattern is calling for. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 4. And now we're going to go on and I'm going to show that to you again. Okay, so we're going into the middle stitch here. I'm going to wrap. I'm going into the stitch. I'm going to pinch those stitches together, pull up a loop, go through 2, pull up a loop, go through 2. Okay, and that just helps that stitch not to be so baggy. I hope that's helpful to you guys. Now we're going to do the other 4 double crochets in that same stitch, because remember, I told you to make a popcorn, it's 5 double crochets inside the stitch. Take your hook out of the first one, go into the top of this first one, and I just can't get my camera angle right. I don't know why. Okay, now pull that loop through the first one and close it with a chain. Now whatever your pattern calls for, mine calls for 4 chains, so I'm going to do 4 chains. I'm going to see if I can't zoom in a little bit more and see if that will be more helpful. Okay, so again, we're going into the middle stitch here. We're going to wrap. We're going to go into that stitch. I'm pinching my work together. Like I said, you can fold it if you want to. Wrapping, pulling up a loop. I've got 3 loops on my hook for a double crochet. Wrapping, I'm going through 2. Wrapping, I'm going through the last 2. And now I'll finish the other 4 double crochets in that very same stitch. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now we've got a total of 5 double crochets. I'm going to take my hook out of that first one. I'm going to put it in the top of that first double crochet we created. I'm going to go into the last loop that we created, kind of snug it down a little bit, pull it through the first one, and then chain one, and that closes the popcorn, okay? And then again, you carry on with your work. I hope this has been helpful. I know that my camera angle isn't doing great. I am going to be coming back. I've got 3 shawl patterns that I want us to work on, but guys, I've been working madly on these projects, and this is not something I can share with you, the full pattern, because it is part of a crochet along. The designer is Helen Shrimpton, and, you know, she's got all her own videos and PDF tutorials in many languages. Go to Crystals and Crochet. You can join anytime. She never takes her patterns down, and they're all free. Like I said, and she provides the written instructions with or without pictures in many languages, and she also provides video tutorials on all her crochet alongs and her patterns. But I encourage you to look her up. I will be coming out with some of my own patterns as well. We'll start probably with hats and shawls, but I don't know if I'll get to that this fall, or we'll wait until early next year and I'll start putting out my own patterns. It depends on life. Right now, life has taken me through a major loop. I'm just now doing some recovery. I still have to do a lot of things. I'm hoping to sell my home and move closer to family, so I'm not all alone in the world. And being a senior and being alone makes those chores even harder, especially when you raise animals. So yeah, have patience with me, guys. I really do miss you very much, and I'm looking forward to our future tutorials. Take care and have a wonderful day. And remember, you are all amazing just as you are.